Springtime, Susquehanna River, smallmouth. It's going to be a hot one today. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Smallmouths, springtime, Susquehanna River. I'm here with one of my good fishing buddies, Bill Kramer. Bill,
How you doing, buddy?
let's do it. Bill just gave us a call the other day and said, come on out. The topwater bite's happening on
Fish are
some
bad and big time.
spooks and some pop-Rs. And we're lucky enough to be up on the Susquehanna here. The weather is not too pleasant, a little bit of rain, but we should do okay.
Tremendous looking little hole here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at the size of that one. I was up here.
There we go.
Up here 2 weeks ago. The thing about it is when they're building those deals, they'll protect them. And they'll eat topwater big time. And I'll guarantee if we go over to that little nook over there where I just cast to, there's a bed in it. Grab these pliers.
So there's the fish have, some fish have already spawned then?
Oh yeah,
Bill?
some like in the Juniata,
Uh-huh.
which is downstream from where we're at right
Uh-huh.
now. Nice little smallmouth. They're done.
Uh-huh.
They're absolutely done. They've finished spawning in there. I mean, absolutely done. And today's really, when we were up here 2 weeks ago, they were really smoking on chugging baits like the chug bug. Oh, nice smallmouth right there. There goes another one. When we were up here a couple weeks back, they wouldn't hit a spook very well, but boy, would they destroy a chug bug.
Huh, they just wanted that other.
I mean, absolutely destroy it. Better than a pop-R, better than a spook. Thing is, with the spooks, you got to stop them. 90%. Ooh, let's go over and get that one for you. 90% of my bites right now are coming on a spook. Or, there's a bed that fish came off of right there. Or maybe could have come off either one, that one or that one. 90% of my bites right now are coming with a spook or coming on the stop.
Just when you're pausing it.
When you pause it, yeah. And you pause it for 3 or 4 count. There's beds all through here. The lip where that drops off is awesome. And then out here in the deeper water is awesome too. Most of these places where these grass beds are, the lip is the main deal, and then everything else is secondary. So make sure you hit that lip and work your bait out. There you go. Actually try to get up on it. I cast it short, so did you. There's a ledge right there. Ooh, look at this little fishy blowing up back in there. No water here though.
Yeah.
They won't bed in this. If there's no water, they've got, they could have a great current break, but if there's absolutely no water there, there's your current break over there. See where those bubbles are sitting still?
Yeah.
Right over here?
Yeah.
That's the area. Oops. Yeah, but see, there's no water there.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
If there's no water there, the birds can get to them. Oh, you little smallmouth. Nothing like the spookorama. Hit it on the stop. A little bit better fish.
Yeah.
It's a little bit deeper on the backside. Yeah, right back in there, Bob. A little bit deeper back in there.
What would you say the average depth that you'd want to see?
What you want to see is about 3 foot.
About 3 foot.
What you really want to see is about 3 foot. All right, see the hole in there? There's a little ravine in that shelf. Little tiny ravine. Go get in that.
Discover the art of capturing nature's majestic beauty.
It's just like putting history back together again for people to look at.
The enjoyable part of teaching students that really want to do this with a passion is that they're like a sponge. They absorb everything we have to tell them.
2 months after I graduated, I took 3rd place in the nationals.
When you finish here, you will be in the top 10% of the taxidermists throughout the country.
Call the Pennsylvania Institute of Taxidermy today for more information about your new career.
Bucks County Outfitters is one of the largest selections of fishing equipment in the Upper Bucks area, including rods, reels, tackle, live bait, fly fishing, saltwater supplies, and licenses. Bucks County Outfitters will repair your broken rod or reel and will buy your complete used tackle boxes, rods, reels, and lures. Not just for fishermen, Bucks County Outfitters features a full-service deli with delicious breakfast sandwiches, plus steaks and hoagies. Bucks County Outfitters is open every day starting at 5 a.m., located at Route 313 and Fitz Streets, Percy. Dale Clemens Custom Tackle, the world's largest supplier of custom rod building tools and supplies, located in the Lehigh Valley since 1975. They also carry reels, line, hooks, and lure making equipment. Dale Clemens offers a 100-page catalog so you can shop in the convenience of your home or stop by our catalog showroom. We'll have a qualified rod builder to assist you. Dale Clemens features Loomis, Lamiglass, Custom Builder, and All-Star Blanks, along with the best guides, Fuji. So why wait? Call 610-395-5119 or visit us today.
Hi, this is Bob Murray. Delaware Valley Outdoors is now on the internet. Our internet address is www.dvoutdoors.com. Visit Delaware Valley Outdoors for the latest in regional fishing reports, weather conditions, maps, pros tips, and product updates. Why not visit us on the web? The Susquehanna River in this area is extremely shallow. It is almost a must to have a boat equipped with a jet drive to negotiate this part of the river. I'd also recommend getting a guide the first time you attempt to fish this fantastic stretch of water. Bill, I know you were mentioning about how you like the spook as far as maybe it's a bigger bait as far as catching bigger fish, but I think also you had mentioned that how to work the bait is really important, and how you actually maneuver that spook on top of the water, and the pauses and the cadence that I think is really important.
First thing, Bob, a couple things about the spook that I do that I think really makes a big improvement over just a regular spook is, see the split ring on the very front there? Split ring adds freedom of movement to that spook. Another thing that I do to my spooks is I add split rings to all the hooks. It adds freedom of movement to the hooks. If you look at the side of my spook, it's all torn up from the from the hooks hitting it. Okay, it's actually got grooves torn into it because the hooks are free swinging, and they'll actually swing around and tear grooves into it. What this does is it adds more noise because the hooks are hitting the bait harder. It also gives the hooks freedom of movement so the fish can't get off it very easily. And the split ring on the front gives the spook a freedom of movement, so it will actually swing wider. I use glass as much as I can on any treble hook bait. This is a 6-foot medium glass rod, but it's got a fairly good backbone. You see the backbone starts right up in here, but that tip gives pretty easy. It makes it better for longer casts. Using a high-speed reel, it's utmost important because you have to be able to take up the line as you're going. Longer casts, especially in clear water. When you're working your spook, you're actually working your spook on a slack line. You're jerking on a slack line, jerking on a slack line, jerking on a slack line. Why are we jerking on a slack line? Because it impacts the bait and will make it swing farther. If you jerk it on a taut line, it won't walk very well. I can't not walk a spook anymore. It's too difficult. I can't make myself mess up. Ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's better. That's what we're looking for.
That's a nice fish, Bill. Look at that baby.
Woo. Yeah, you see that stick there, Bob?
Mm-hmm.
Any piece of structure in the hole like that, a little rock pile, a boulder, stick, any of that. Ooh, there he is. Good swing. Off the stick?
Yep.
Good fish too, Bob. That's a good one. Right off the stick, man. Good fish. Yeah, I can see beds in here now. That's a decent fish. Large buck. That's what that is.
I took this fish, like Bill had just mentioned, right off any little piece of structure in any of these pools. That was just a little stick up there, and took that. This is a fat one though, Bill. You know.
Nice fish. Oh. Got that one. Oh. Not a little guy. Man, where are the females at? A little bit better, but still. Need some females.
Now what's holding that fish out here, Bill?
What's holding on the current break? They're out here bedding, and the current breaks the deal. They need these calm pools to bed in, otherwise the eggs will get washed away. That's what's holding that fish out. And he's probably sitting on a bed in here somewhere. And they just get darn aggressive when they're bedding like this. When I see shadows all over the place in here, I'll guarantee they're all beds. There's a dark shadow right down here, I'll guarantee it's a bed. This is perfect water depth. We could probably switch to a jerkbait or something like that and catch them a little bit stronger than what we're doing right now. But I'd rather catch them on top water. Let's turn around and take some casts off the back of the boat here, Bob, and see if we can catch some out of the back of this pool here. That's a really large pool, you can see that.
Yeah.
There should be some smallmouth hanging towards the back of this pool too. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Just like I said, man. I couldn't be more right sometimes. Nice fish. On the Pop-R. You got to fish the whole pool. I mean, a lot of the fish that we caught earlier today were in the backs of the pools. That's why, you know, we can't pass up the backs of these areas.
Yeah, because they're holding, actually,
they're holding anywhere in the calm pool. Anywhere in the calm pool. As long as it's calm, they can bed in there, they will. It's a nice fish.
Yeah.
Not huge, but he'll do. You know, 12,
Now,
14-inch fish.
for
you know.
size, Bill, is this the average size
That's about
fish
our
that
average
you would
right there.
expect?
Yeah, 12 to 14 inches is our average. And last month, it's 14 to 20 in April. And boy, it was holding up to it too.
Yeah, nice fish.
Yeah, she'll do.
Nice fish. We're here in, mid-May. But now you had mentioned that April probably is the best month, or
March and April.
March and
If
April.
you want
For the-
quantities of big fish, March and April. Absolutely the best. We guide here from March through November, but the best month. Ooh, there he is. Nice bite, Bob. Better. Ooh, that's a good one. That looks like a female there. That's what we've been looking for, Bob.
March through April, but the best months. There's this.
Cold.
There's a nice fish here.
Cold weather months are the best. You know, March through April. May is when the topwater really picks up. We were crushing them on topwater last month up here. That's unusual.
That's where they took it right. Sideways there. That's a nice little better fish right there. I know you had mentioned, Bill, there isn't much more fun than catching these smallmouth on top water.
Man.
There is nothing much.
It's a top water fiesta. That's cool. Poppars, chug bugs, spooks. I've got a couple of Jap spooks that work really good up here. Mega bass and a thing called a Sammy. A Sammy is just deadly when they first get on a spook up here.
The Outdoor Shop in Quakertown offers everything you need for your fishing and hunting supplies. We specialize in used bows and handmade gun and rod racks. For the fishermen, we feature jigs, spinners, sinkers, flies, and hand-packed live bait. We're open early 7 days a week for your convenience. You can also purchase your hunting and fishing licenses at the Outdoor Shop. Don't just count on luck. Visit the Outdoor Shop before you fish or hunt. And while you're there, you can try your luck on the instant lottery.
Get a grip. Gat's River Grip river anchors, as seen in the In-Fisherman's Walleye Insider magazine, have been nationally field tested for precise anchoring under all river conditions. This special design features 3 prongs that grip rocks and boulders, a metal plate to collect gravel, sand, and mud, and a slip handle that aids in retrieval. Gat's River Grip comes in a 9-pound or 18-pound version. Stop by your local tackle dealer or call Twin Rivers Anchor Company at 888-TOSS-OFF for more details.
Fishin' Tales, located in Wrightstown, is the perfect store for fishermen and hunters. For the fishermen, we offer 13 types of live bait, fly fishing supplies, and gear for both fresh and saltwater anglers. For the hunter, Fishin' Tales offers hunting equipment and supplies. You can also purchase your fishing or hunting license. Personal service is important. If there's something you don't see in the store, we'll special order it from you from one of our numerous catalogs. For your convenience, our store is open early 7 days a week. So stop in anytime and trade your fishtails with us.
Discover the art of capturing nature's majestic beauty.
It's just like putting history back together again for people to look at.
The enjoyable part of teaching students that really want to do this with a passion is that they're like a sponge. They absorb everything we have to tell them.
2 months after I graduated, I took 3rd place in the nationals.
When you finish here, you will be in the top 10% of the taxidermists throughout the country.
Call the Pennsylvania Institute of Taxidermy today for more information about your new career.
We're at the tackle box section right now, and you know the topwater action is just unbelievable. And it gets my heart just pounded. Some of the tackle that we were using today is just what I call a little popper, okay? And the thing about this is it's compact. It has a split ring on the front to give it a good wobble, but also I have a little tail on the back of this too that has a little bit of hair on it. And a lot of times that'll make the difference between getting a strike and not, is if you use a little tail on the back with some, a lot of times even you can put flash in it, like a little bit of mylar or something like that. So that's what I was using today. Again, you can use a pop R, and I like, as far as colors go, I think this blue here with the silver and just that orange little point there, a little bit there, it's probably the best topwater combination bait you can do for smallmouth. It kind of looks like a little bit of a shad and a little bit of a herring. And I'm telling you, this is a nice bait to use. Again, look for that size. I was using a smaller size than Bill, but I'm using, that's probably about a 3-inch bait. Again, I'm telling you, it's a great bait to throw. It's not hard to throw, and it stays on the water, and just that popping action really tore the fish up. Bill was using what we call a spook, and it's a generic name. It comes in a lot of styles and stuff like that. But again, we're using almost, he was using a little larger bait than myself. And again, that silver with a black back pattern also worked really well. And let me show you the belly on this if you can. That red front there is really important. It keys the fish in to the bait. So when you're looking for a bait, anytime you see a bait, see it on the other baits that I have, that key is that red front. It focuses the fish on that, and that's when they'll come up, and they'll just come up and blast that, okay? It gives them a good thing. Also, I like here the large eyes here that give it just a little bit. But I guess the thing that I want to talk about basically is the profile. That's what you want, is the profile with this. It's big enough, it looks like a bait, a small bait, minnow in the water, and it really gives the action. I think if you really want to work a top water bait, you want it to attract attention. So you want it boom, 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 and have that spitting and popping, and it really attracts the fish's attention. If you're just moving it along like this, it really doesn't do the bait any good. You really want to do it. And the thing that I know that I've talked about before is you have to have the proper rod for that. And again, that's a small jerkbait rod. You don't need a 7-foot rod. You need a small 5, 6 foot, depending on how tall you are, a jerkbait rod with a slow action, maybe a glass rod. You don't need graphite, and that'll make a world of difference, because that loads up, especially when you have a fish that grabs this thing. It loads up slow, and when that fish comes up, it's unbelievable. And you'll see with the blow-ups and stuff that we have, it gets really exciting when that fish comes up and knocks that out. But you have to remember, let the fish take the bait under before you set the hook. And that's why it's important to have that slower reacting rod. I think you'll catch more fish. They come in a variety of sizes and colors. A lot of times we'll use the frog pattern. Again, you got a little bit here. Again, but again, you see that orange belly on it. And there's the red and white that we use. I like this bait here also. And a plain, clear bait. Okay, this one here, I put a little prop on the back. I've messed it up myself a little bit. Put a prop on it, and I've taken some black marker, if you can see here, and I've run a black line down the belly of it to give it just a little bit more for a contrast. So that as that's going through the water, back and forth, and I'm popping it across the top. This back is popping some water up, but yet that fish can see a little bit of that black on the belly. Another bait that we didn't get a chance to use today, but I really want to talk about it, and that's a little 1/8 ounce buzz bait. These are the buzz baits that I use. They're an 1/8 ounce Durstein buzz bait. You'd be surprised what you will catch with a small bait like this. I know it's a lot harder to throw an 1/8 ounce bait because it's pretty light, but try this on smallmouth, on the Susquehanna, on the Delaware River, or any of the small rivers that you go. It's unbelievable. It's not that hard. It's got a nice compact shape, and yet it really works well. Also, we've done a couple of things here. We have a white blade on it, changed it up a little bit, and a white skirt. I would trim the skirt back just a little bit if I were going to throw this, and it does great. Just trim some of this back, because what happens is some of those baits will, the tails come back here and you'll get a short hit. But an 1/8 ounce buzz bait will do the trick. Also, the color, here's another little bait that we use. Again, it's a Durstein bait, chartreuse. Okay, chartreuse, but I have on here now, I have a silver blade on it. Again, it's small, it's compact, and that's the thing that a lot of guys use the bigger buzz baits like this. Okay, it's a triple wing buzz bait like that. Go down to a little smaller size. I think you'll catch some more fish. Hey, I'm Bob Murray, and this is the Tackle Box. All right, Bill. You're nice enough to ask us up here, but your business up here is guiding.
That's the truth there, Bob. I make my living off a guide, and I've got 5 guides plus myself that run up here full time. I call them the 5 golden boys because, man, do they work. They work really hard. Oh man, see that one? Keep them, as busy as I possibly can. This place is becoming so popular that I'm able to keep them real busy. Plus all the press I've been getting, you know, with you all and Houston Outdoors and the Washington Post. Plus, this is probably the best smallmouth river in the world. I mean, absolutely. I don't know of anything better. It beats. I had a guy up here. Here you go. I had a guy up here he's from Minnesota. Okay, he saw the Houston show and called me up. He's been all over the world smallmouth fishing, literally all over the world smallmouth fishing, and said hands down, this is the best smallmouth he's ever done in his life. The best. That's pretty incredible. I mean, for numbers and quality, this is an awesome fishery. But for trophy fish, it's a tough fishery for trophy fish. Yeah, we get 5s and 6s out of it, but our place in Canada is better for trophy fish. A dozen over 5 in a week with 2 6s to boot. That's pretty darn strong.
Yeah, that's a smallmouth too, boy.
Yeah,
that's
man.
That's one fighting fish.
Catch them all on top water.
Which is an exciting way.
It's the best way, man.
Yeah.
Is there a better way to catch smallmouth?
Right.
I don't think so.
Not a very big one this time.
Catch them on that pop bar. The pop bar bonanza.
Right in. It's a chunky little one. Come on, fishy.
Big fish, Papa. That was a nice fish. Yeah. 2.5 or better. That'll do. Oh yeah, that's good broadside fish.
Springtime, Susquehanna River, smallmouth. Bill Kramer, what can I say? Another fantastic show. You really know how to do the fish. If you're looking for some good guiding service, call Bill. We have his number up. Get out here and you'll catch tons of fish like this. Hey, this is Bob Murray, and I'll see you again on Delaware Valley Outdoors.